This is a poem titled Depression by me.
And is edited and shot by me. Without further ado, my mom's poem.
Depression sounds like a sleepless night that just never ends and you're still not rested. It sounds like I need a drink. It sounds like I don't want to get up. Life sucks. Depression is a love song that's on repeat in the background because the lyrics are so painful but true that you don't care that you haven't showered. You can't remember the last time you smelled the roses. What's the point in planning for the future? Depression hurts. It kills. It's real. It's a movie reel that keeps telling you to press pause on the things you once enjoyed, or better yet, turn off the channel that be your pathetic life. Depression smells like the meals you skipped. It smells like bad breath, like the breath that doesn't deserve to be taken. Depression hurts. It kills. It steals. It's real.
Questions. What inspired this poem?
I felt depressed. Actually, I think the first time I wrote this poem, or the first version of this poem, I was teaching a psychology class, general psychology, and the end of the semester, we usually talk about psychological disorders, and one of the disorders we talk about is major depressive disorder. And students often, they get it, but they don't really get it. And I like to add a creative component, so I figured, I felt depressed, and then I know what the criteria are for when someone is depressed. So I wrote a poem about it. Yeah.
What do you want people to take away from this poem? That
depression is real. It hurts. It steals, time and lives. And that, when people feel depressed, they have a loss of interest in things that they previously enjoyed. That's a symptom. When people feel depressed, their appetite is altered. So they may be not eating or eating a lot. When people feel depressed, they often have sleeping problems. So they're sleeping too much or not at all. When people feel depressed, they shy away from being around other people and they can't think about the future. And so when people feel depressed, all of these things that I'm describing in the poem, they are, I don't want to say warning signs, but they're things that if you have a friend and you notice they're looking a little different and, multiple of these indicators are there, it might be worth it to check on them, So I want people to be more informed about what depression is and be more tolerant or understanding of people who are experiencing, major challenge in their life.
Is there a deeper meaning to this poem? If so, what is it?
A deeper meaning? That's a good question.
After some thinking,
I guess all of my poetry, even when it seems like it's really dark, I have a lot of poems that people might consider to be dark. I like to think of them all as realizing that there's balance in life, that, the rose needs those thorns, the thorn needs the rose, night and day go hand in hand. Life is about, I don't want to say just balance, but realizing or accepting and embracing that everything is not always perfect, and that's okay. Not that depression is okay. You can do something about it, but that it's okay to have, yin and yang.
Why did you pick to read this poem out of all of your poems?
Honestly, I picked this poem because I thought it was a tough topic, and because you're my daughter, and I know you're 11 years old, and sometimes people don't think that kids can experience depression, but I think it's possible. So, I wanted to talk about a sensitive topic in a way that was not so abrupt or harsh. I think it's good to start these conversations early. So that's one of the reasons why I chose that poem.
Would you like to elaborate on the second stanza?
Sure, I think I should read it first.
Okay.
Depression is a love song that is on repeat in the background because the lyrics are so painful but true that you just don't care that you haven't showered. You can't remember the last time you smelled the roses. What's the point in planning for the future? I guess I'm trying to point out that when people are in a state of depression, there's negative self-talk often that's going on in the background. So when I say that it's a love song that's on repeat and the lyrics are painful, but you know, it's like you still are drawn. You still can't turn off that song. It's still playing like over and over again. And the comment about not showering, this is a hint to often people stop taking care of their physical appearance when they're depressed. And they stop thinking about imagining themselves in the future. They don't plan for the future. So, some people. So that's what I would say. That second poem, that second stanza, is me just kind of doubling down on, some of the symptoms, telltale signs.
She actually had some questions for me. So I'm the videographer and editor, and she said that she had a couple questions for me. So,
okay, what's your reaction to this poem?
Well, I think my initial reaction was, I want to give her a hug right now.
Oh, okay. My next question would be, do you understand what depression is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, you seem to really enjoy the editing process. Why do you like editing so much?
By the way, I'm about to go on and on and on. Well, many reasons. The first reason would probably be because, your other daughter, my big sister, she started editing, and I've always just copied everything she did. I mean, when she got into modeling, I got into it. When she started editing, I did it. When she got a ukulele, I was like, oh yeah, let me do that, even though I don't play it anymore. So when I saw her edit, I was like, oh my god, that's so good. So I was like, well, now I have to. So I decided to do it, and then I was like, wow, this is actually really fun.
Mm-hmm.
The second reason is because it's a good time passer for me, and it's just enjoyable. I know that some people don't like just knowing all like the buttons and how to work the programs, but for me it kind of just came naturally. So I was like, it's fun. I get to be like my big sister, and it comes naturally. Like, the third reason would be because, well, I understand it, so I can make my way around. I know that one's kind of short, but the fourth reason is because, dang it, what was I going to say? The fourth reason is because I feel like it's a good thing to know how to do. Like, in the future, there are a lot of jobs that they could use editors. If you want to have your own YouTube channel, being an editor on TikTok, there are just a lot of things that you can be an editor for. So I figured it's a good life skill.
Okay. Thank you.
We hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night.
Bye, beautiful people.
You know what time it is?
Thanks for watching.